strategic arm of Hezbollah. The purpose of it is to send out people around the United States. Now, here's a little bit of information on these groups for you. The units, they are composed of special operating groups. And I apologize, I know this might not make a whole lot of sense. There's certain things that I want to be careful about how I say it. They frequently travel abroad. They are explained away by their family members and their neighbors and their friends as going out on regular business trips, whereas they are in fact members of a unit that is mounting various potential attacks that will happen throughout the United States and throughout the world against Americans and against Israel. So one more time for you guys, and this is only the ones that they know of. This does not mean that there is not potential groups in your city. It just means this is the ones that they have eyes on, that they've released at this time. Washington, D.C., all throughout the state of New York, San Francisco, California, Santa Clara, California, Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, Houston, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Boca Raton, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Playfield, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Laurel, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, Hareton, Virginia, Springfield, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, Columbia, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tucson, Arizona, and Seattle, Washington. That is the current list that we have right now, you guys, and I can see the fives pouring in. And yes, Dallas, Texas is on the list. New York is on the list. Dallas, yes, I see people saying all of these things coming in as my city on the list. This is the list that we have so far. Now, again, as more information rolls out on this, I'll let you guys know, because this was just released. We're hearing about Florida, a lot in Florida, a lot in Texas, and a lot in California. And in New York, they didn't even put the cities. They just said all throughout New York. Just New York it's everywhere. And I think that this is fairly evident because also, too, as you guys will recall, the protests and the attacks in the streets that have already been going on, where have they been? Los Angeles, California, New Orleans. We saw this in Chicago. We saw this in, there was another city, I can't remember. There was New York, LA, Chicago, New Orleans, and we saw the bombers stopped in Houston. And now this list was released, and we see city after city in California, city after city in Florida, in Texas, and in New York. They didn't even bother with a list. They just simply said all throughout the state. So I think it's very important for us to know that this is going on. Let's see here. Ryan says that they planned the attack on Israel for 1 year. What if there is more to the plan? Ryan, I don't doubt it. I think that there are strategies underway, and I think that the FBI, and I'll put a 1 if you believe they know a whole lot more that's going on than they're releasing. The fact that they're releasing this, and the fact that the FBI and Congress came out on the same day with this information, that makes me feel like they know that it's almost like they've been. Let me know if you think this. Put a 1 if you agree. They've had things under wraps. They know a whole lot more than they're letting out.